let's wait until. Are you ready, Bobby?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Sure?
Yeah, man. It's fun.
You think that you're ready to do this year?
I'm excited. I've been looking forward to that.
I don't think it's right. Hey,
I mean, you're a pro. I'm just here for the ride.
really? Now we're gonna have a lot of fun with people. So I'm gonna let 2 or 3 minutes for them to see it. Check the Facebook page, whatever. For the you gotta do.
Oh, that's my dad.
You guys suck for the.
Are we getting that old where now the 16-year-olds don't have Facebook?
But we're going to. But we're going live on TikTok. We're going live, calling them out page, and then we are testing finally the. You're new. You know that Tommy Stratcher never had the wireless mics.
Hold on, I'm getting something Tommy didn't have.
You are Papa. You are Papa. You get better treatment, and then
man.
we're going through live through my page.
Great.
You know, comments. We're gonna have somebody monitoring the comments. So if you have any questions about the MIAA division, you know, we're going to. Well, I know who's gonna win. I'm gonna say it right now.
You're gonna say it now? No.
I'm gonna say it now. McDonogh is gonna win. They're new in the conference. You know, they come with what?
Well, we're gonna start off with you guys.
No. With the I like the combo, the number 10.
The number 10. They got rid of number 10.
Oh really?
They got
the new wraps. The wraps are pretty good.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's it. It's working.
All right. So.
All right.
Hey! Welcome to Calling Them Out, a special edition MIAA Talk. You know, during the past 2 years, we had Jim McDonogh here with me, so it's daddy ball time. So this year, you know, we got Mr. Eric Frank with us. You know, his son Ethan plays for Calvert Hall, 3-year varsity player. You know, outfielder there. So we're expecting really good things about him this year. He's been working really, really hard with me here, and then with Donald Diamond, also there in Boa. Mm-hmm. You know, you guys are doing a really good job, you know, with him. So we're expecting that all that training, you know, pays off finally for him. So somebody had to tell me if the wireless mics are working or not, but you know,
Someone's gonna tell us quick if it's not working.
yeah, well, at least you know they're seeing us, so that's the best thing. So yeah, before we got Jim McDonogh here, that he has also a son, you know, Spalding. Oh. So I just want to make sure that I'm fair, because a lot of people were like, "Why are you bringing that?" I said, "Well, that's what I do always," but you know, you're knowledgeable like Jim was, and it was a really good talk that we have a really good debate. Every year, he always was wrong because, you know, he picked always the wrong schools, but I hope that you do better than him. I took Jim McDonogh because he always do a really good job.
Well, he did, and I got to be careful because his son's playing at Clarion right now, where Ethan's going.
Yeah, both sons. Ethan and Jack.
And yeah, so
yeah, they're both there. They play at Carroll Hall.
They did. We do. Yeah, Clarion came to Calvert Hall and played Central Penn last Saturday.
Yeah,
got to see them in action for the first time. You know, breaking the rust off. But I mean, just the fact that they got on the field after a foot of snow just tells you, you know, how fortunate they were.
Yeah, they were really fortunate to play that weekend. Well, we're gonna start with the preseason. You know, for key players to look for. Right now, I know that you got yours. I got mine here. So let's start.
Let's jump in. Well, so how do we want to do this? Do we want to go because we're going to pick our winning team? We're going to pick the team that's going to win it all.
We're going to go with the players.
Okay.
That they're going to hopefully be key
for each team
for the teams. And then you're going to go with yours, I'm going to go with mine, and then we're going to go and talk about all 8 teams.
Perfect.
You know, and then you're going to set, you know, who's winning, and then I'm going to make sure that, like, for the last 5 years, I pick out the champion.
Yeah, you picked the champion, but we're going to probably argue over who you picked last year, because we were already arguing about that. You were trying
No. On my podcast, I'm calling them out, 2 years ago, I said, Spalding and John Carroll is winning next year. What happened last year was we were 1 week before the preseason banquet. I know I'm gonna see Palombo. I was gonna see the guys. I was gonna be with them, and then I got Travis. All right, and I got Will Hatt on Jimmy's place.
In Jimmy Kittelberg's space.
And then I got there with the Carroll Hall, signed what I said, Carroll Hall is going to win. And then Palombo saw me.
And you got
the banquet, I said, hey, we use that as a fuel. That's true story. That's how it happened. So
that is true. Well, we'll see.
who's the kids that you have that they're going to be a breakthrough? Let's start with the rookie of the year. Who you think that could be the rookie of the year this year?
Right out of the gate, you have to look at Morrow at Spalding. I mean, I've got to see him a lot.
He got 1 year already.
But when you're saying rookie, he didn't get a whole lot of playing time.
Yeah, well, he's not a rookie. They wasted his talent last ball. No, they didn't waste his talent.
They didn't waste
Sorry.
They
He gained experience last year with the varsity.
Yes.
I shouldn't use. I apologize to everybody. I shouldn't use that he wasted because when you see MJ Marl this year, he's more mature. He knows what he has to do. So I think that they did a really good job on giving him experience, and he knows, what he has to do this year.
He does. I mean, look at what he did in the summer. He played on one of the biggest stages, and he did well. MVP. He's playing at a school that in the last few years has done historically well. And from what I've seen and hear, the young man carries himself extremely well. Yeah. And I think he's going to handle the pressure just fine.
We're working really hard with him this year. We're taking him places that, like in the pro level, right? He's making really good progress, and he's building his career. So I'm helping him a little bit, with that. But it's not about what we're doing here. It's about what he can do this year in the MIAA. What position do you think that he's going to play?
Well, that was going to be my next thing. What I want to see is him defensively.
Yeah.
So there's been some question marks about him defensively. So where is he going to play? How's he going to fit in? Especially on a Spalding squad that we're going to probably talk about in a little while. It's pretty stacked all around. Loaded, where do you fit him? But the old rule, the bat will always play. Yep. So they'll find a place for him. So it's just going to be a question of what that defense looks like. If he puts it all together, I don't think there's any question he's going to get here.
I mean, you can hide him on first base, you can hide him on right field, you can hide him on left field. For Spalding, you got to keep the bats, right? 100 miles per hour or more bats on Luna, Anthony Vadillo, Brady Martin, Michael Tulsom, Noah Basie. Those are the big guys, but we're not there yet. Who's the rookie of the year?
I'm telling you, MJR.
Really?
Yeah. It's been my pick since day one.
That's easy. I already picked him.
I got him. I mean, now I'll give you another young man that I think we're gonna.
Don't even mention Sam Lerner because.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
that's my pick.
Oh shit! You can't have two. I got Merrill's my number one.
Yeah.
And I think the other young man that I don't think people are seeing and talking enough about is Gilman, Jack Spalding.
Oh.
I don't think he gets enough love.
But the problem is that I don't know how good Gilman is going to be this year. That's the problem.
Story. I mean,
but you put the staff that McDonogh had this year, right, around this young man, Sam Lerner. I'm pretty sure that if he's protected on that lineup, he's going to be the rookie of the year this year. I see him behind the plate. Physical, right? So his physique is amazing. He's a freshman, but he look like a man back there. Yeah. He's a sergeant back there, and then his bat is better than anybody in the MIAA. So I think that for me, Sam Lerner.
That's a big thing to say.
Well, hey, I'm confident. I know the players, and probably he's gonna be in the 29. He's the number one player in 29.
Oh,
and I think he is gonna be one of the pro players here from Maryland when time comes for that class for 29.
My thing with the 29s or any freshman every year is they're transitioning from the days of practicing 2 to 3 days a week and playing 2 days a week to now going to a program where they're going to be on the field 6 days a week and playing in the A conference, playing 3 games a week against the best in the state. And that's a lot, right? I mean, that's a lot of playing. I mean, that's a lot of bullets on the arm. You know, one previous year, you know, he had 2-3 days off.
Yeah.
Now he's going in 6 days a week. So that's where I'm like, well, let's see how that freshman comes out. There's no question the skill set's there, but is the body and is that going to hold up through the whole year? You know, when we get into end of April, into May, when it really hits the
when it
fan.
matters, yeah.
And then he's a backstop too. So he's taking all that. So that's going to be a question.
People doesn't realize that that's one of the main keys to get injured, because they're not ready for that. There's a lot of playing time with those kids, and then you know they get injured because of that. All right, Rookie of the Year for me, Sam Lerner. For you,
Merrill.
Merrill. All right, so newcomer of the year.
Newcomer. Wow. So newcomer.
For me, it's MJ Marr, because he already played varsity, so I'm just going through that sentence. So MJ Marr is gonna do great things this year if they give you the opportunity to play, right?
Yeah, you know, newcomer of the year and rookie of the year are kind of close to the same to me. You know, if I'm gonna say newcomer, I would go back.
Because they will be for me, newcomer of the year is a young player that's gonna be an impact player that didn't make an impact last year.
Yeah.
And then rookie of the year is somebody from that is completely new, that is a freshman in the league, and is going to excel. So the newcomer for me is somebody that was hiding last year like MJ, and this year is going to be top of the class, and everybody's going to be following.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, I mean, the first young man that comes to mind, and he's actually not even an underclassman, is a kid that didn't get much playing time last year, who I think is going to hopefully really step up this year on the mound for Calvert Hall, and that's Cole Kantorski.
Yeah, he's good.
You know, he's now with, you know, unfortunately with Ryder going down with the arm injury, that's going to be
to the Soa family that you know, Ryder has worked with me, and you know we love them. You know, good luck on the surgery. He posted something on Facebook.
His family did,
You know, yesterday. So it was touchy. You know, and we're sad to see Ryder go down like that. But guess what? You know, after TJ, you know, Tommy John surgery, you know, they come stronger. They come healthier. You know, they get, if they get a good rehab. And he's still got one more year.
He's got one more year. He's going to be working with one of the best orthopedics in the country, with Dr. Rahman.
Yeah.
You know, and just going back to the family, I mean, this young man is on and off the field.
Yeah.
Great young man. As a matter of fact, they're still coming to Nashville with us, and you know, the Soa family, your heart goes out to any family, and that goes for all these kids. You know, you put so much time and effort into this as a family. You don't want to see anyone go down with an injury. And, you know, Ryder is absolutely going to bounce back. He's got great people. University of Maryland's going to help with him. And he's already got the best orthopedic in the country. So I think he's getting surgery next week, and, you know, he's going to come back.
I mean, good luck to him, and, you know, so our family, just keep us posted. We're praying for you guys that everything, you know, goes well, you know, with that. So, let's start.
So going back to newcomer, just finishing off with Cole, you know, because of that injury, you know, we're going to be looking for who's going to be that bounce back, who's going to be that guy that is going to come out of nowhere. And,
that's the lefty pitcher, right?
Cole,
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I like him a lot.
Big arm.
You know, and, you know, like I always said, you know, lefties on this conference, man, they win a lot of games.
And we got a lot of them this year.
Yeah, so lefty pitching, you know, they make a lot of damage. I don't know why. Maybe just the pace, and they throw a lot of junk. You know, they throw a lot of strikes. Especially they throw a lot of strikes. You know, the ball movement. You know, that's gonna be trouble for a lot of the lineups. So the format for the playoff this year changes a lot. It was when I was a coach there. I you know, I love it. To be honest with you.
Oh, you like the new format? Or you like
we already played that format before.
Well, that was the traditional format of the league
it
for
was.
years. You know,
It was. So I like the bye. I like that out of the 8 teams, 6 teams, you know, made the playoff.
Yeah.
You know, and then they had to battle around. So I love that. To be honest with you, you know, Some teams get the momentum, some teams get cold.
Yeah.
You know, the format last year, I really like it also. To be honest, it was really challenging for everybody, but it was too much on the teams and on the arms.
Well, the thing is, though, you could possibly play more games in this format than the 2 best of 3s.
Yeah.
In some cases, depending on, because you have the 2 brackets now. So if many of you don't know, there's going to be 2 brackets with the 1 seed up top and the 2 seed in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then the 1 seed's going to have the 3 and 6 and the 4 and 5 on the bottom. Each bracket is double elimination.
Yeah.
So depending on how things move around, you could play 4 games before the championship. You could play 2 games before the championship.
Yeah.
So a lot of moving parts, but it definitely gives some of the teams with not as much depth a better shot. So it does balance it out.
You are not wrong on what you're saying there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's start with the first team.
First team as in all first team, or first team is going to win?
No, first team that you got the analysis for.
Oh yeah,
That's why you got the.
I'm
computer
ready.
there,
I'm
right?
ready. I'm going to start with Gilman. Let's start with Gilman.
Go with Gilman, yeah.
Gilman. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough season for him. There's not a lot of depth in there. I'm sure Coach Sheets is going to be working hard, bringing in some new blood into the program. But right out of the gate, it's going to be back on Drew Taylor and Toby Roseman. That's going to be the 2 cornerstones of the team that are going to have to carry the offense. And I mentioned already the dark horse, which I don't think should be a dark horse, Jack O'Sullivan. I love the kid. I got to see him play with Ethan at the Exposure All-Star game, and the kid can just flat out play.
I mean, for Gilman, it's all about experience this year, and they need to have. Everybody have to have a spectacular over.
All cylinders have to hit.
Yeah. That's it. I think that with how strong the other teams are this year, they're gonna have a lot of trouble. They don't have the depth that the other teams had. So it's gonna be really a challenge for them, because at least 8 of the 15 players that they have to be better than what they were last year, at least to make the playoffs.
At least. And then, another young man I want to mention is Henry Warnack, pitcher, sophomore, big arm. I think he's going to be one of the guys to carry the staff, but it's just going to be a question of who's going to be, and you're going to probably hear me say this throughout all the teams, is who's going to be the dark horse on every team. As I say, who's going to be the Joey Cudon that's going to have that banner year that came out of nowhere. I mean, it's good. And again, not take anything away from Joey, because he's a heck of a player. But 15 home runs. I mean, something. He just finished that year.
Well,
so who's going to be that kid for?
Like what I'm saying, he was really protected last year.
Well, he was a leadoff, but protected. But I mean, he got up there. I mean, protected. I mean, the thing that drove me nuts is why they kept throwing him inside fastballs. He turned on all of them. So, but who's going to be that dark horse? And I'm sure Gilman. I'm sure Coach Sheets is going to have somebody ready, and I'm sure somebody's going to step up. But right now, I got them. That's my first team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have them not making the playoff.
You have them not making the playoffs.
Not making the playoff.
No, either do I.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. So who else?
We're in agreement.
Next
is McDonogh. Go to McDonogh.
Yeah.
So, everyone automatically talks. We always jump right into, Andy Lambert. Andy's got he's got the 5 tools. Everything's going to run off of him, and then it's going to be Leo off the mound. So working up the middle, you're going to have Sam Lerner, the freshman. You got Andy probably playing shortstop possibly, and then you got J.A. Stevens up probably in the outfield and center field. So up the middle, they got it. I mean,
on the center field, I think Austin McNair.
Austin's coming back. That's right. Austin's coming back, from what? Taking a break from his track career.
Yeah. I mean, he built his track career, and then he wants to finish, his baseball career. I mean, he came here. Exit Villa was 98.
Coming off, and
he wasn't even playing, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a tool to couple weeks for him to get used to it, but he got the speed there. I think that Jay, being a lefty, being on left field, is gonna cover that corner a little bit better. You know, but I think that McDonogh, you know, have a really good year this year coming up. How the pitching is gonna perform for them, you know, because that's a problem, right? Andy Lambert he got injured last year. He was tender, you know, with the arm. I think that they need to use more players, you know, or more pitching this year than how they did it last year. And then they're gonna be good. I think that they're gonna make the playoff this year.
You got a good play. So before I get that pick, Chase Ginsburg, is going to be junior arm. You're going to have to lean a little bit more on him because you're right. I mean, in the last couple seasons, Andy's come out in the spring with a little bit of a sore arm, but you know, nothing new for Coach Rowe. I mean, Coach Rowe's dealt with pitching stats at Calvert Hall, and he's going to protect them. And Andy's going to do fine. I mean, I'm sure he.
I mean, remember that this is the biggest summer for him.
Big, very big for him. You know.
So we gotta keep it healthy.
Got to keep healthy, and then you know. So then the question is, how's Mr. Young Learner going to handle an up and down pitching staff? You know,
that's my boy. He's a sergeant back there, and I think that he's gonna do well. He's gonna learn. You know,
no pun intended.
Learn.
Yeah,
he's gonna learn the MIAA. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's excited because he liked the challenges. So he's a dog.
Yeah,
he's a dog. So I think that McDonough's gonna make the playoff this year.
I do not have them making. I got them on the bottom.
All right.
I got Gilman and then McDonogh. I don't see. For me, it's the depth, and it's their first year coming into the league and handling the 3-game series and handling the depth.
They can hit.
You know, listen, if
there is a lot of teams that they cannot hit. They will hit.
The next team I'm going to bring up is going to be a kind of a tie between those two, but I'm giving the edge going into Loyola.
Oh, Loyola is
which I'm still coach. I mean, thought we were supposed to be unbiased tonight. What's going on with the hood?
I love Mike. You know, Mike is my guy. Mike is you know, is the guy that I really, you know, enjoy being around, talk to him.
Yeah.
You know, watching the way that he did. We got Evan Lessler, you know, and the way that Evan have, you know, jumped, you know, with him under his arm, you know, under his wing. You know, it's been really good. You know, so guess what? They sent me this. So
you know,
I got a Carvert Hall one, but I thought that you were going to call.
No, I was trying to come neutral tonight. I was kind of
neutral. Like you go with that
dirt bags. Oh no, you can't hate you can't hate my dirt bags. You know, you gotta love them. But you gotta go. I mean, you know, so if we're getting back on Loyola, you know, my thing with Loyola coming into the year is you're right. Coach Kelly's on a mission. He wants to turn things around from last year. I mean, there's no question last year was a disappointment for them. I mean, they had a lot of talent, but a lot of them were hurt. You know, trying to fill the Cease brothers and Nottingham. Those are big holes.
Yep.
So, you know, I was fortunate enough to talk to Coach a couple weeks ago, and you know, he's ready. He's like, I got the whip out. I'm ready to go. They got Will Glock has moved on from the pitching coach. He's living in Florida now, and Scott Calissa taking over the staff. And I think, you know, they're ready to go. I mean, you look at and so let's talk about their pitching staff. I mean, you got Tanner Robinson, and you got Trenton, and you got Capone. I mean,
no, they got the pitching.
Yeah.
You know, can they hit?
I mean, look, well, that's going to be, you know, with Schilling and Kelly.
And behind the plate, who's going to be getting those horses? That's a problem.
Well, behind the plate is going to be a struggle throughout the year, throughout the league this year. But I'm more concerned over the offense.
Because the offense is just, I mean, you got Elias Gibbs, and you got Eric, and you got the twins that they're gonna do some damage. But there are only 4 kids that they can perform, and Elias Gibbs is still a junior. You know, he's not even, you know, the guy this year that they should be having all that weight on him.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing. You know, they got the coaching. You know, the kid that they play really good small ball. Also, you know, they create a lot of and on their field they're gonna hit a lot of homers.
Oh, you can say that. I mean, we lived on
Everybody,
last
yeah.
year. Last year we had 8 in one game. You
Yeah.
know, but the wind does blow out a little bit on there. But going back with that offense, Colby Schilling and Will Kelly, and here's a name you don't hear a lot about is Ethan O'Neill.
Yeah.
You know, watched him for the last couple of years. I think he's going to have to step up and help that offense in two-way when he throws a little bit. So. So that's why I got them ahead of. I still feel like they've got more depth than McDonogh. They got more experience, and that's the reason why I put them in front of McDonogh. That was
they're gonna be 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, that pitching staff. You got McDonogh, you got Leo. Is Andy going to pitch a lot? Probably not. Who's their third guy? Loyola's got 3 legit guys coming off. Now you're going to say, well, who's after them?
Yeah.
Which is a common question for a lot of the teams in the league.
Yeah, that's right. So I got Loyola 6 or 7, 6, 7. Yeah. So
You got them 6, 7. Okay, now you remember this, Adam. You remember these numbers because I think they're going to change before we finish this podcast. Watch, I'm going to get them to change it.
Where we going now?
Curley.
Oh, Curley.
Going to Curley.
Sleeper Poppy.
You and I are in agreement. That is definitely the sleeper team. Unfortunately, they weren't able to. They were supposed to get a new infield in this year and turf it. I heard there were some permit issues and they weren't able to get it done.
They didn't get the permits for that. Yeah.
So that infield, it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
And they know that infield better than anyone. And Coach he's going to be on that. So, but they are definitely my sleeper. I'm excited. Off the record, taking my Calvert Hall thing, I'm excited to see what they look at. What they look like.
I mean, actually, last year I have a good look at the JV team.
Okay.
That they have. A lot of them are going to be playing varsity this year. They're seasoned. They're ready. And they have 2 catchers that they're really good.
They better. Do you see their schedule?
Yeah.
9 games in 12 days.
Why?
You were the 5th person now to have that same response. I don't know. I mean, look, when you've been coaching for a long time.
Why would you that? I mean, a lot of those games they better be canceled or moved.
Most likely, because I think that their first game starts on March 3rd, and it goes all the way to when they play us in the first part of the season. And I looked at it, I was like 9 games in 12 days. I was like, that's a pro run right there, So maybe they're bringing some JV guys up. I don't know, but they're definitely going to get some games in.
They are.
But,
so I have them 5th.
Okay, you have them 5th.
List.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple guys though that definitely want to point out. Noah Ryan leads going to most likely lead the staff. Christopher Newport going to Christopher, nice, really good D3 school. He's going to be going there, and then Owen Rossi. So those are 2 names on the mounds that I think are guys to look for. Anyone come? What do you like? You got them in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the trigger for them?
That they can
get
hit
them there. You think it's going to be their hit?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Everybody.
My guys have always been, I definitely Jonas Ritter and Nico Brown-Lee. Outfielder, he's on the Susquehanna. But the first baseman, Pruitt, hopefully, they're going to, at the end of the day, the 26s, even though it is scarce throughout the league this year, in each one of these teams, there's 26s that are going to have to be impactful for that team to win. They're going to have to.
I think that they're going to be on the mix. It's going to be a really tight race between 5th, 6th, 7, and 8.
Absolutely.
We can be wrong on those 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be right on the first 4.
I think so.
We could change some of the other ones. So I think that I got Curley on the 5th, and you didn't mention Eddie Miller behind the plate. And they have another really good catcher that they're going to cover time. And they're dogs also. So
what year is he? I don't know.
29.
He's a 29. Oh, okay. So that's good for the league. Definitely the catchers are definitely weak throughout.
Who is going now?
I had Curley in the middle of the pack too. Now I got coming in 4th, John Carroll.
All right.
You got John Carroll, who next to us at Calvert Hall took the biggest hit with the graduation. You know, definitely I think took it bigger than us. You know, arguably probably one of the best offenses that's ever come through the league. That was definitely a juggernaut, as we well found out in the championship.
It's gonna be a down year for them, for sure. But they got offense.
They got offense. I mean, and you know, again, Coach Tyler's going to have them ready. You know, leading up that offense is going to be, you know, Joey and Leon. Deermick's another young man in there that's going to be in the mix as a two-way player, because everything's going to be on Pierce's shoulders, right?
Yeah, well, but who Pierce gonna be behind the plate? Who's gonna be having behind the plate? That's the problem. That's who's gonna be the jockey for that horse, right there. That's my question mark. You know, I think that the offense and the way that the experience that they have in the league this year, the juniors that they have, I think that they are a firepower, you know, offensively still on the league, you know, and you know they got one of the best hitting coaches.
Yeah. So okay, with the hitting now, you know, you have what we just mentioned,
Joey and
Miguel, but Bryce Atland and Dalton Cole on the mound. He's gonna have to come in as probably the question will be who's gonna be, you know, what's Coach Tyler gonna do? Who's gonna come in that 2-3 hole? You know, because everyone always talks. I get this question a lot. You know, if you don't have a really deep starting staff, do you start your best? If you only have one true ace, do you start them on Monday against their ace?
Yeah.
Or do you wait till Wednesday?
No.
Right? I'm always ace to ace. You know, let your best guys go at it and fight it out. And go from there.
Yeah, no. You go straight with your dog on Monday. That's it. You always want to win that first game of the series. You know, Friday it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
no. We've been pretty lucky with the weather, but
you don't say arms. You don't say arms there. So.
No. But two other guys I have is Ethan Szymanski and Cameron Smith. You know, sophomore pitcher and junior pitcher. You know, these are guys that are going to have to come in and they're going to have to get some innings and they're going to have to eat it up because, you know, if you're basing it off last year, you got Pierce and Deermick.
Yep.
And so who's going to come in? You know, who's going to be the third guy? One other young man that I've actually followed over the last few years is Chase Selznick.
Yep.
He's going to be a junior this year. I'm sure he'll be on this varsity squad, and he'll be getting some innings too, possibly in the infield too.
Well, I think that they're going to have, you know, they're going to be in between those 4th and 5th place there, and then they're going to make a run. You know, after Pierce, who they got?
Who they got? Well, and that's the question, and you know, and the other question is like we just, you know, we see some bats on here, but like any of this, and then I would stress this across the league, even as we get into the top 3 teams, they're still kids, right? I mean, they're still young athletes. They're playing the toughest game on earth, and the toughest part of being great in this game is consistency. Wow. So, you get, you know, kid good today might not be good tomorrow. Doesn't mean they're not a good player, but it's baseball, right? So,
it is.
You know, how's it going to be? So, yeah, you know, you're going to have guaranteed at the end of this year. I always say this to everyone I know, you're going to have a conversation that says, wow, he didn't do what I thought. And then you're going to have, wow, did you see him? He did really well. So you're definitely going to have some type of conversation like that at the end.
Yeah, I understand that. So who you got next?
St. Joe.
Oh my goodness.
Got St. Joe coming in 3. I got St. Joe coming in 3 with I'm not even going to argue on paper right now.
The number 1 pitching staff.
Number 1 pitching staff, no question.
That's it.
No question. Colin Harrison, Kelm, and Michael Bay.
Yeah.
So I've got the opportunity. I want to talk about Michael.
Don't let my guy Peyton.
Who?
Peyton Woolley. Peyton, just amazing, really good.
Okay.
One of my guys, you know. One of the Palacios baseball guys, you know, really good right-handed arm. You know, it's just kind of chubby right now. I need to talk to him, but.
And he's just what year? What year is he?
What, he's a junior this year.
Is he a junior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be there. You know, one of the best, maybe right-handed pitchers that you're gonna see this year in the MIAA, because they're heavy all left-handed pitcher.
They are. So here's a question
Yep.
that we didn't talk about that we should probably mention. So all these big starters that we have in the league this year, we got a bunch of guys going to power fours. How many of them do you think are going to be on pitch counts from their college coaches?
None.
You don't think so?
They don't care.
I mean, not
Those five have to be 100.
Really?
Yeah. They gotta be, if we're gonna go to progression 70, 80, 90, and then at the end 100.
Mhm.
That should be the assignment on the MIAA. That it shouldn't be, any other way.
So you don't think any of these college coaches are already talking to,
No,
Seiler and
they don't care.
And they don't,
You think that somebody came with Nottingham and you got no pitch and I'm losing it for 100 pitches or to Jay Gayer?
well,
When
I
Jake
mean,
was there,
I thought
or-
Nottingham was
Or with
actually on the pitch
Eddie and
count,
Vargas
but Georgia-
last year?
No?
They don't care.
Okay.
They
So
want to
if-
see how they
yeah.
how they develop, and they want them on the mound. They want them to get experience.
Yeah.
So I don't see that any of the good coaches that we have in the MIAA, we got a lot of them that they're really good. They're not going to throw 120, 130 pitches.
No.
That's why you
No.
find.
Mm-hmm. No, they won't. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, and the kids won't let that happen either.
Yeah.
I mean, but so yeah, I mean, with St. Joe, you got the three, but who's coming again after those starters?
They do have some other lefty pitchers. Like I said, Peyton Woolley is going to be, maybe Monday and Fridays on relief. After Cam or after Colin,
Mhm.
because I think that Colin is gonna be number one, it's gonna be number two, and then Cal is gonna be number three
Got
on
it.
that rotation.
Yeah. They're kind of coming
And then
through.
Peyton will have, because they need to win only 2 out of 3 games, and then Peyton is gonna go.
Yeah.
He's gonna go and do some damage there.
And the other thing, in kind of looking at the team in its whole, you got a lot of coming. You got kids coming back. I mean, obviously, the offense is going to need to start with Goldsmith behind the plate.
Yeah, that's
He's
the
gotta have
best
another
catcher.
He's without a doubt the best
The
catcher.
best catcher in
Yes.
the league.
Yeah. And and offensively, he's going to have to carry a big load with the team. Carson Byers and their shortstop.
Giannis
butchered
Calera.
it.
Yanni.
Phenomenal. The kid can play.
Puerto Rican,
So those three are definitely going to be three that are going to have to carry that offense. And Colin Harrison can hit the ball too. I mean,
Evan Whip is the guy that I'm putting a lot of effort, and I think that guy is gonna be a really good, in the offense.
Yeah.
He's gonna be protected, and I think that Evan Whip will make a lot of damage this year.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, so long, throughout the season, I can definitely. I have no problem, because my 2 and 3 I think could flip flop at any point in time. And I think that's big part because I think St. Joe's got all these guys coming back, and I think they're not going to be shifting in positions really. I mean,
the problem with them is like everybody's saying, right? The head coach. That he haven't had a really good team neither. He got always a young team.
Yeah.
He haven't made the best decisions, before. So this year, if the head coaching does the job, they can't even win the MIAA this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing to add, last year they didn't make many mistakes defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, they made the plays that they needed to be made, and they were consistent with it. That's how they took a game from us. It was they played solid defensive ball. So they follow that into this year. They're going to be tough.
The senior class is really good.
They got
the experience.
That's their staff.
Plus, they're backing up by a really young class.
Mm-hmm.
That they're performers.
Yeah.
So I think that if they like Jimmy said, right, if the senior class perform,
Mhm.
I think that this team can win the MIAA.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, and at the end,
I got them third. Anyway, so.
I got them third at this point.
Yeah.
In the standings, I got them coming in third. And then next up, Calvert Hall. Going on into Calvert
No,
Hall.
man, we're going with Spalding.
You're going with Spalding?
No,
okay.
no,
Oh, you
no.
want to go with Spalding? Okay, let's go with Spalding.
Let's go with Spalding right now.
Okay.
Because, you're Daddy Ball. It's
My
Daddy
arch
Ball
nemesis.
baseball.
My
Daddy
arch
Ball
nemesis.
baseball with you. So everybody's not happy that we choose Loyola to finish 10th.
I didn't. I didn't. I had you guys. I mean, I couldn't talk to Coach Kelly if I had one of them in the bottom. He would yell.
Let's talk about Spalding, one of the strongest, if not the strongest team overall in the MIAA.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's hard to swallow, but credit where credit's due. I mean, Palumbo's put a great squad together. On paper, all around, I mean, there's no question on paper they got the best infield in the state. No question. I mean, you know, when you go Bedelio and Martin and Judah and the numerous bats they can put at first and Cruz.
I mean, you got Ryan Watt that you can put there. You can put Box. You can put you know, MJ or the same, you know, Lambert.
Yeah.
That you can put. You got 4 pieces. Whoever is hot.
Whoever's hitting.
Whoever's hitting. Guess what? It's gonna go to first base.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And then you got to finish that infield. You got Cruz Luna
holding it down.
You know.
Well, and Cruz, you know, one of the things that the 2 guys that have always stood out to me on that team has always been Cruz and Braden and Martin.
But yeah, because they're being consistent on the hitting side, right?
Consistent.
Martin's always, you know, I want to see Braden getting the ball deeper this year, you know, getting more doubles, getting more triples to produce more runs for Pono. Last year it was just too many singles.
Yeah.
Last year, and then they had to bunt too much, and then they were not too efficient with that. Plus, they got injured at the end. That I think that was the key for them.
Oh, absolutely. Year, so. I mean, that's a different story. I mean, when we went into and played him in the playoffs, we didn't play Spalding. I mean, that wasn't. I mean, we knew that. I mean, that wasn't the team. I mean, that you couldn't ask for worse luck than that team got. Yeah. I mean, but yes, you know, Braden. How's he going to use Braden this year? I mean, because your hope is that, you know, Bedelio and Judah are going to step up and do what they're capable of doing. And where does that leave Morrow? And so, what is that lineup going to look like? Where is he going to put?
Well, the problem is that who's going to be the number 2 or number 3 here?
Exactly.
Because for me, Luna should be, you know, Braden, Luna, you know, Badillo should be 1, 2, 3. But you know, that can change. They have so much. Noah basically, you know, is due to a great year this year because he got the experience now. He got the body. He got huge. Yeah, huge. He's always been fast. Yeah. You know, he's always know the game really well. Michael Thompson is just like that wall right now. Yeah, he's big. He's huge. You know, and then offensively, you know, he got one of the best swings in the game right now. You know, one of the best arms also to play in the middle right there. So in the outfield, they're loaded. Yeah. Also, and the pitching staff.
So really obviously Vargas is going to lead that off. How many innings can they get out of him every day?
Well, right, that's the question mark is there, right? You know, they use him as a reliever last year. You know how much they're going to use him and how deep he can get. Well, they got too much arm. They got really good arms there. So I think that. You know, Ryan Watt, Ashton Taylor, you know, they're really good pitchers. They need a little bit of, you know, more consistency, getting deeper on games. I don't think both of them yet. You know, they're skinny, lanky. They don't have the body to hold 5, 6 innings at this level at MIAA with a good team. You know, if they get a bad team, guess what? No, they're going 7 innings as they're going to go. Plus, Ryan Watt and Ashton Taylor this year, they need the experience.
Well, yeah.
Because last year, you know, I think that Ashton Taylor, you know, every time that I saw videos of him, whatever, he wasn't too like he wasn't a dog on the mound. You know, he was kind of insecure. You know, he wasn't himself. Yeah. When I saw him pitch when he was 14, 13, he was a dog. You know, Spalding need Ashton Taylor to become a dog. Yeah. This year. Yeah. You know, for them to get to where they need to be. And I think that if they put all those 4 together.
Well, what about Calvert Lambert?
Calvert Lambert is pretty good, but you know, he played varsity. I mean, he played JV. Last year.
But he can't really filled out.
Yeah, I mean, how much time you gonna give him?
Well, because
he's not one of the 90s guy. He's not. No, he's not Ashton Taylor. He's not Ryan Watt. He's not Cam Horner. You know, the Cam Horner, just Cam Horner. Cam Horner is just a beast.
He's a monster. Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's touching almost 90
Yeah.
right now. He throws a lot of strides. He goes and he battles.
Yeah.
You know, when you got Vargas, you got Cam Horner, and then you got Ryan Watt, you got Ashton Taylor.
But
Come on.
go back to your
I'm missing somebody. Wait.
Go back to your original question though.
Yeah.
Is how long are they going to be able to throw? How many innings? And so right now they're young, so you may not get enough out of them. Which
They just need to throw 3 or 4 good innings.
right. I mean,
get the
and
experience,
Spalding
that's
plays
it.
a really
This
good
is not
game.
their year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
next year is that where they're gonna be dogs. Next year they're
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
they're gonna be somebody that you know.
And that is the case. That's a similar case with what Calvert Hall's going to be going through with their pitching staff, because now you got kids on both of these teams that are going to have to step up and get their time in. You know, because I always tell people everyone looks good on paper. I want to say they look good on paper. Everybody looks good in the cage. Well, not everybody, but you know, it's easy to look good in the cage.
Yeah.
But how are you going to look between the lines?
Yeah,
And
but-
consistent.
Well, Spalding got another kid that is Tyler Jones. That is really
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
long
that
much
guy is,
about him?
he's gonna be
Yeah.
a dog. He's a dog already.
Yeah.
You know, I think that he could be that Friday guy for them. So
Wow.
we gotta see how they're gonna use Tyler, but you know, it's pretty good, and he's a really good first baseman also.
Weakness. Any weaknesses in that lineup? Any weaknesses on that team? Sounds
No,
like
I don't think
it's
so.
to me it's always, the only weaknesses that I can think on these top teams are going to be, who stays healthy and who stays consistent, obviously, right? But and the arms on the pitching staff in terms of the bullpen, that's going to be an interesting question for all of them.
Well, I weaknesses of Spalding. I don't see.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got 30 players ready to battle for you,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have any weaknesses, because you got Tyler Jones, first base, really good bat. You got Brady Mamula also, as a backup
Mm-hmm.
there, that they're gonna do a lot of damage
Yeah.
there. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Tyler Jones for pitching. I think that Ryan Watt
Oh, right.
will be,
Okay.
or Ashton Taylor will be the Friday pitcher for them.
Okay.
But I don't want to let Tyler Jones out, because he's a dog. He's ready for that.
Yeah.
We cannot let Butts. If he makes
Yeah,
varsity,
well, because we were just seeing him out there, and he's still in the mix, right? I think he's still in the mix.
he is. So I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but
Yeah.
they got a big hole, right there, because playing time is gonna be a problem there for these kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much they're gonna move them, how much time they're gonna do, and they cannot make the same mistake that they did last year, that they didn't give them playing time to the younger guys, and then when the big dogs got injured,
Yeah.
they didn't get the experience
Yeah.
to go and battle for you.
Yeah.
So I think that this year, they will have to, on games,
Mhm.
sacrifice on wins for experience,
Yeah.
so they can learn from what happened last year.
Yeah. I mean, it's always easy to sit back and, we were talking about this earlier before the podcast started, which is, I think one of the biggest challenges for any coach on an offensive side is how long of a leash do you give a player before you say, okay, I'm going to take them out of the lineup and give someone else a shot. Do I give them 6 at bats? Do I give them 2 games? What is that equation?
A week,
It's different.
yeah.
A week. Because the guy can hit, but how long do you give him? Because teams like Spalding and Calvert Hall, they got 3 guys in the wings, right? So it's not it's easy to sit back where we are and go, this guy should have been in sooner. But when you're in the hot seat, like how long?
Well,
And that's why they have
if you're,
JV
if you're
programs.
Travis Bates the whole season.
Right, yeah.
So that's it. So that's it for Spalding.
Yeah.
I have then one of the buys. I think that they're gonna finish 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're gonna win the MIAA, but I have them to finish on the regular season number 1.
Gotcha. All right, sounds good. I got them right now finishing in one spot.
Yeah.
For the season.
You don't have to. I mean, you Carroll Hall, so.
No, I mean I got them in. You know, so we're gonna get to the final. I guess which Calvert Hall's next. You know, because we do. You know, you got the league and you got the tournament.
Yeah.
So, Calvert Hall is. You know, as we talked about at the beginning of the podcast, we obviously, you know, the team took a big hit losing Ryder.
Yep.
But we got depth, and
You got the lefties. You got the lefty pitcher, just like Mount St. Joe. They got the lefty pitcher. They're gonna do a lot of damage. They're gonna win a lot of games from that side of the mountain.
Yeah, and it's gonna start. It's really gonna be ran by our 27s. You know, our 27s, a strong class. It's gonna have to be kind of the center of the engine. But you know, I can see Kreiner being our leadoff guy. He's got to get on, and we got to get power out of Frank. We got Evie, Ethan, and when you got Anthony, Kittleberg, and Lindsay in there, I mean,
you got 5 really good hitters.
Exactly. Right? So it's, you know, like Spalding.
But they have to perform.
Yeah, exactly, and that's my point. Like Spalding on paper, everything looks good, but then we got to execute, right?
Yeah,
and
no.
So,
like those 5, like, you know, like if you got MJ, Spalding, Judah Shirley, you know, Noah Basley, and Mike Thompson.
Yeah.
If they're too good, if they do their job,
yeah,
nobody's gonna beat them.
No. Well, but you know, and then, but on the other side, I mean, if you're looking up the middle, and if Anthony's doing what he needs to do, Kittleberg and Ethan are doing what he needs to do, and sleeper, I think we got a couple sleepers on the team this year. Is Dalton Dupree's going to be on the squad and step up this year?
But the problem is, where are you going to put him?
Well, right
now you got Kittleberg, you know, and you got Anthony right there. What position? He's not going to play shortstop.
Well, who's not?
Dalton.
No. I can tell you from being at the practices.
And then Anthony Williams is going to play third base.
I think there's a chance that you may see Anthony at third.
No, you have to play Anthony at third base.
So who's
that's
your
how we go.
So the other kid. So there's another young man that we're going to talk about is his name just kind of.
Cool, no?
He's a senior. He's got arguably one of the best gloves in the league. He's gotten bigger, but he's probably going to get some time, you know, at short. And
I know what you're talking about. He doesn't hit.
He struggled at the, you know, he has
Is that
struggled
the problem
at the
that he can hit?
Yeah, and that's
We're gonna go with the name later.
yeah. Maryland Oriole, young plays for the Maryland Orioles.
Yeah.
Christian Oliver is his name, and he's phenomenal with the glove. I mean, the kid can play on both sides. Question is, you know, his size, balls in the 6-hole, on grass, tougher play. But man, this kid can glove it. I mean, I've watched him make some plays up the middle that would blow your mind away. So yeah, you got him. But here's a young man that I've always questioned, that I always thought would be a great third baseman, is Jake Lindsey.
Yeah, Jake Lindsey, he can hit. He's a player. He's a player. Yeah.
88, 89 across the infield,
yeah.
200 pounds. Who's
not
a second? He's not a third baseman, right?
He can hit, and you know, well, he's on the same boat with Dalton, right?
And Dalton's come along. You know, looking at Dalton last year and looking at him this year, you can see a young man who's put a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, and I gotta give him hats off. And same thing with Christian Oliver. You know, they've really stepped up. Kittleberg, he's being fluctuated between infield, outfield. So not sure what's going to happen. You know, kind of, Kerr's going to have an interesting time playing chess with this team, because there's a lot of kids that you could put in a couple different places, but how is that synergy going to work, you know, with the team? I don't know. But defensively, he's got a lot of options.
Yeah, you got a lot of the best, you know, maybe the best, with Paloma, the best coach in the MIAA.
Mm-hmm.
He's been critiqued a lot the last 2 years for the movement that he had made, but last year he made it to the championship.
Last 3 years.
Last 3 years.
You know, and you know, and I always say this, and people, you know, when I come in here, at the end of the day, everything comes through. No one's got more than championships in Calvert Hall. We got a 5-peat. We know we got to get back on there. Obviously Spalding's been the team to beat, no question. But we're there every year. If someone says, would you want to get to the championship 4 years in a row and not win it?
Yeah.
Or go to the championship 1 year and win it? I'm like, I was like, well,
I want to be in the championship every year.
Get into the run, but we're there. We're that close. I mean, last year, I think we went into the championship with John Carroll, with Will Hack in the league. Will Hack hit 480 in the MIAA. Yeah. And he ended up hitting like 200 in the playoffs. It happens, right? I mean, it's baseball. I mean, and but again, it's not taking anything away from John Carroll. I mean, those guys are great. But so finishing out this year, it's going to end up being then on our pitching staff. Yeah. Grayson Ryan's probably going to be our ace, obviously. Cole Kantorski, got Brayden Rivera. But here's the one, Coach. Hunter Dunce.
Who's that? Hunter
Dunce is a kid going to ETSU. He's got probably one of the best sliders in the league, almost a 3,000 spin rate. At righty, can spin it, can throw. I mean, plays for Kittelberg in the summer. He's going to be a difference maker for us. I mean, him and John Ellerman, a senior, who came out of really, I hate to say out of nowhere, but John all of a sudden, like last year, he put innings together. So him and Hunter is going to be really interesting to see how they play that out in the bullpen. And then there's a couple young arms coming that I've seen that will be questioned, are they going to make varsity or not? But Calvert Hall's freshman class is without a doubt the strongest class in the state.
They got some 29s,
Phenomenal.
Stretcher, the other
Noah, Ethan Taylor, Donnie Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of young players that are great that are coming through.
All right, who's winning?
I got Spalding winning the season, and I got Calvert Hall coming in winning the tournament.
I got Spalding coming and winning the season, and then MSJ winning the championship.
MSJ!
Yeah.
That's it. I'll give it to you. I think any of those three could come out. But
a lot of people are gonna hate me no matter what.
Yeah.
But MSJ, I think with that pitching, you shouldn't lose a game.
Can't argue too much.
Yeah.
Can't argue. All I want to say is let every kid go out there and be healthy and have a good season. Just stay healthy. Yeah. That's the most thing. I don't want to see these kids and families put too much time into it. Stay healthy, and let the best team win, Coach.
Yeah, no, thank you for your time. Thank you for you guys for watching the MIAA preview. They start next year, a couple of weeks, right?
Well, Calvert Hall opens up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
The league opens up in about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And I know that next year you got Chesapeake against Spalding. That's gonna be a really good matchup.
Oh, okay.
Because they're gonna start facing, Summers, Matthew Sowers, and then the twins. Dennis and the Carey. Okay. So they're gonna be facing 3 90 arms. The first day.
Tough for out of the
so
gate.
That's out of the gate. That's gonna be really interesting there. Well, so Parker Lerner is gonna be there, and Lando Hoyer is gonna be there, behind the plate. So they got 2 really good catches also to help. So that first game for Spalding is gonna be a challenge.
Nice. Yeah. So you got MSJ heading to Tampa, start their season. You got John Carroll, I believe, heading to Hoover again, and then you got Calvert Hall heading to Nashville. So you got three of the top teams, three top teams heading out of town and trying to get some games in, and we'll see.
I'm hoping that everybody do good and everybody keep healthy. I mean, because that's the only thing that can drop any of these teams this year, like what happened with Spalding last year, right?
Yeah.
If they're not staying healthy, if the arms are not staying healthy, guess what? We're gonna have a tough year. All right, but thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Thank you for being here and calling them out. Thank you for being live on TikTok, my page, and then the Calling Them Out page. So.